To say, you can start off.
All right, cool. With the NFL Combine over, multiple players have upped their draft stock for one reason or another. Wide receiver Xavier Worthy, defensive tackle Braden Fisk, edges Chop Robinson and Dallas Turner, tight end Theo Johnson, and corners Quinion Mitchell and Max Melton were just some of the top performers there. Mikko, this was a stacked combine. I know all the big names like Marvin Harrison, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, some of the bigger name guys didn't show up, but we got a show from the guys who did show up. Obviously, Xavier Worthy catching headlines. He's the new number one for 40-yard dash times. He ran a 4.21. That is absurd, Mikko. Out of all the guys that I just listed, who do you think had the most impressive day?
Brandon Fisk. He had an outstanding performance. The guy is not small and is running a 4.7. Brandon Fisk is a 6'3" D tackle, I think 280 or 290 pounds, something like that.
290.
And runs a 4.78. Yeah.
He's a big man.
Yeah, for a 4.7, that is incredible. He was first in basically every single category. He was first in the sprint. He was first in the vert. He was first in the board, and he was first in the shuttle. However, bench press he was 7th. He's not the strongest out there, but he still is strong. This is an amazing performance from the young guy. I mean, just performing like that at a combine says something, and it raises your draft stock, like you said. But overall, just amazing, especially at that weight, that body size. This is perfect. This is a picture perfect combine, and he should be really proud of himself. This, like you said before the podcast, he'd definitely be a guy to pick up.
Yeah, definitely athletic. You watch him, he has smooth feet. He's very quick on his feet, even though he's a big D tackle. He's very athletic, he's very agile. Obviously, topping the boards completely in every category. On the other side, though, edge rusher Dallas Turner had a pretty crazy combine. He ran a 4.46, which was the fastest for edge rushers. He tied for the first split. They have him at second. He had an excellent vert and an excellent broad. This guy's an athletic monster. He's just a couple pounds under 250, and running as fast as he is absurd. I'll give the same thing to Chop Robinson. Just over 250. He is the fastest player over 250 pounds. He ran the fastest 40 time for anybody over 250 pounds. Incredible. Absurd. He had an excellent split, excellent broad, excellent shuttle. All of these guys had an excellent combine. How about Theo Johnson? Tight end out of Penn State. Kind of flew under the radar a bit. He's not the Brock Bowers, but he ran a 4.57, which was second. He had an excellent split with 1.55 seconds. He had the second best vert at 39 and a half inches, and he had the second best broad at 10 and a half inches. 10 and a half inches, 10 and a half feet. What am I talking about?
It's all good, Owen. We all make mistakes, but like you said, this was, despite the stars not being there, like you said, we still got a big show. I mean, who would have thought Xavier Worthy would have had John Ross type of time? You know, that record hasn't broken since Mahomes entered the league, which was 7 years ago. That is just insane. A 4.21 is like quicker than Usain Bolt. If you search it up, Usain Bolt runs a 4.22 as a 40-yard dash.
Can I fact check you there?
Yes, please do. I saw this on Instagram by ESPN. But
4.22, you're correct. You ran a faster 40 time than Usain Bolt. That just goes to show, man, he's fast. And he's 6'1". I would be surprised if he's one of the top receivers taken, because this man is an athletic monster.
Definitely, man. These guys are all super. These are athletic freaks. Who would have thought Brandon Fisk would have ran a 4.78? Oh yeah, I would have definitely not have predicted that. That's a big boy right there. And to jump, is that 50 inches or 33? To
33,
jump
33.5 inches is a
exactly.
very, very excellent vertical for somebody of that
A
weight.
9-9 board, like the shuttle's amazing. It's just you get so much out of them. It just leads you to think, where will these guys end up? Where do you think Xavier Worthy should end up? Where do you think Brendan Fisk should end up? Because these guys with this type of performance, you could go like anywhere. Anyone wants you now.
Yeah, all athletic people generally, crazy athletes. Football players on the field, someone like Max Melton, Rutgers corner. Another guy kind of flew under the radar, you know? But what the NFL is looking for now is athletic human beings who can show up and be trained by professional level coaches. Max Melton had a very good combine, but he, like I said, flew under the radar. Not the top corner, not the Terrion Arnold, not the Cooper DeJean, but still could develop into one of the better corners in this class because of his athleticism. Same thing goes for Theo Johnson, another guy who flew under the radar, but because he's fast and he's got a good vertical and he's got a good broad jump, an excellent shuttle, he could develop into a really, really excellent tight end.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like you just gotta pray. Like let's say Xavier Worthy runs a 4-2-1. The worst thing that could happen is that he turns into John Ross, where he does absolutely atrocious in the NFL because he gets injured constantly. It's just, the combine isn't everything. It's just showing your pure athletic skills and your abilities, right? To somehow just raise you on the top of the board.
Yeah,
But it's not quite the same as in the NFL where you're running a 4-2-1 40 yards. You're going to put pads on, you're going to be slower. Right? It's not like you're going to run every second you're going to get 10 yards. It's going to be a lot different. So it shouldn't dictate what your NFL performance is really going to be like. Next thing you know, he can't catch a ball in the NFL. You know,
yeah.
but still, impressive performance. We got some athletes, and this is definitely one of the better combines that we've seen.
Yeah, I can almost guarantee, I can't, the NFL draft is weird sometimes, but I would argue probably 4 of these guys, maybe 5 of them will go in the first round. I'd argue that Xavier Worthy has boosted his draft stock with his 40 time and his vert to get himself into the first round. I'm not talking about top 15. I'm saying late first round. He's a late first rounder. Braden Fisk
Okay.
was already going to be a guaranteed first 2 rounds. I'd argue he's bumped himself up into the first round. Chop Robinson only helped himself because he was going to be a first round pick already. I'd argue he's in the top 15 now. Dallas Turner could be a top 10 pick. This guy, we already knew, Alabama guy, excellent athlete, crazy competitor, great stats. I'd argue that he should go top 10 now. Theo Johnson's probably not going to go first round, but he's definitely upped his draft stock because this man is 6'6". Another excellent tight end who could do a lot of things and would be an asset for any quarterback. You put him on a team like the Carolina Panthers, and Bryce Young has an instant target. With his size and his speed and his vertical, just an excellent weapon. Quinion Mitchell is going to be a first round pick. Toledo guy, not a huge school, but man, oh man, is he athletic. He's going to be one of the only Toledo guys to go high in the first round. I'd argue he's going to be one of the first corners taken. Max Melton, probably not a first round pick just because of his school. Rutgers, small school, not sure how many first round picks they've had in the history of their school. Probably not very many. But you never know. His combine performance, all of a sudden he interviews well, he tests well, has a good pro day. We'll see, man.
I'll tell you what, Theo Johnson and Xavier Worthy could literally, both of them could fall to the Chiefs. I'm not lying.
Well, you don't need
Chiefs,
Theo Johnson.
Kelsey's about to retire. Give him like 2 more years, he's out of the league. It'd be
You
good.
need a receiver first.
So we
Priorities
pick
a
Xavier
receiver.
Worthy. Theo Johnson, I'm sure, will be a late second, like kind of a big O. And, he could be, Theo Johnson could be kind of like, how do you say, mentored by Travis Kelsey, despite Travis Kelsey not being the best mentor. We've seen it over and over again. But, yeah, I'm just saying, those two guys are good. I would definitely like to have Brandon Fisk. That
Yeah.
guy's on another level. But I think
For
that's
a
all I got for now.
for a Seahawks fan, Braden Fisk would be my first round pick. If I had a choice, it would be Braden Fisk. Watching this guy run around and watching his highlight tape at Florida State, his highlight tape isn't crazy. It's not like you're watching Aaron Donald play in college where he's just freaking wrecking shop. But he is still an excellent football player. Gets a lot of pressure, has great instincts, is great in run defense, and is probably going to be a first round pick. Now with teams picking in the first round who need defensive linemen, there's not too many. But the ones who do, you still have Jerzon Newton who didn't test at the combine, and you still have a couple other guys who should be first round picks. Byron Murphy. I don't know.
Yep.
We'll see. But I would argue that he's bumped his stock up a lot and probably put himself into early second at worst. I would argue he should be a first round pick, kind of like a Brian Bursey. You know,
Top
he
20.
could be
Top 20.
He could
That's
be
all I gotta
high,
say.
and he could be top 20. Could be first round. We'll have to see. Draft is in late April, so we got a lot of time to see. They still got their pro days to do. But I wouldn't be surprised if this really helped a lot of these guys draft stock.